Well, good evening and welcome to our Moms on a Mission call. I am Reagan Dean. I'm really excited to host this. I'm a mom on a mission. I have been on a mission here with Juice Plus for over 14 years, and I'm just so excited that you get to meet some of our other moms on a mission. We've got some great stories for you tonight, great stories about health and sharing good health and some great opportunities that you can create for yourself as well. So I hope that whoever invited you tonight, that you will thank them for thinking of you, because this is really an amazing opportunity to be able to be a mom and be able to inspire our family. I believe that as a mom, my number one job is to make sure that my family's health is taken care of. That's my big deal. And I have learned so much by being part of this mission on how to do that better. And then, of course, using Juice Plus as some of the tools to help us do that. My kids were 6 and 9 when we got started with Juice Plus. I was super skeptical. My husband and I already owned a home building company and a land development company, and I certainly wasn't looking for anything else to do. And I was super skeptical about the product as well. But what happened was I found out that it was just food in there and that my kids could get it for free, and that, there was some research behind the product. So they were 6 and 9. We got them started on Juice Plus. My husband and I's came by default because of the Children's Health Study program where the kids could get it for free. So I basically ordered it for them. Ours came along with that program. And we immediately started seeing changes in our health. My son, he was literally at the doctor every single month, and had ear infections and tonsillitis. That totally went away, and he only went for wellness visits after that, except for maybe twice till he graduated from high school. And same thing for my daughter. My husband's sinuses got much better, and because I was doing some heavy cycling, I got faster. I started being less sore, and my friends started asking me, "What the heck are you doing?" So I ended up becoming a mom on a mission because I thought, gosh, I want everybody I know, every family I know needs to experience the changes that our family got to change. So I'll tell you a little bit more about my journey a little bit later. So I first want to introduce to you, though, my friend, Lindsay Hahl, and she's going to share her story.
Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us this evening. So I'm a personal trainer of 12 years. And you guys can imagine that everybody approaches me with the next best thing. And so, when Juice Plus kind of fell into my lap, I kind of had the impression that, if it really was the next best thing, I would have already been doing it, But I figured, I was such a picture of health that it probably wouldn't do much for me. However, my husband's a firefighter, and I don't know if anybody's ever watched a firefighter when they go shopping at the store and they're by themselves, but they put just terrible things in their cart. And so when we first hopped on board with Juice Plus, it was really an effort to get him healthy. As a personal trainer, I really do make an effort to eat healthy and follow all the advice that I give. I'm not one of those trainers that sits here and eats a donut when I tell you guys not to. And so, about 30 days after taking the fruit snack version of Juice Plus, I wound up pregnant with my oldest daughter, Tegan. She's 2 now. And I also have a 1-year-old. But you could imagine, to my surprise, that we had been trying for 4 years. And I had 3 miscarriages previous to this pregnancy. So I was really being watched under the radar. And I took Juice Plus into my doctor, and I asked if it was safe to take while pregnant. And I also asked my upline, Toni, if it was safe, and she just really laughed at me, but I had to reinforce it with the doctor, right? And the doctor asked, look at these labels, you guys, it's insane. And I should have looked at this too, but it says, peach, orange, papaya, pineapple, and the doctor said, can you take that while pregnant? Can you eat that while pregnant? And I really felt stupid because with all my educational backing and everything else, I really failed to take a look at what this product actually was. And so the cool part was I ended up taking it as my sole prenatal throughout my entire pregnancy. Felt great, had almost an 8-pound healthy baby. And I was already through the first trimester with my 1-year-old because my daughters are so close together. I wasn't missing a cycle or anything else because I was still nursing. And that's how good I felt my first trimester. I didn't even know I was pregnant. So pretty hilarious. But, you know, when I look at these products from a health standpoint on something that I would recommend to my clients, you know, not only for weight loss, but for longevity of life and, you know, making healthy habits that can last, I was recommending, you know, people to go to the store and get actual food, eat actual fruits, actual vegetables, good lean protein. And the cool thing is, that's what these are, right? And the cool thing is, you can do this every single day without fail, even you busy moms. I mean, my joke was this year, you know, one day I'll be super glad that my kids are so close together. And I say, well, today's not that day because I'm crazy busy, right? But every single day, if I can brush my teeth, I put these by my sink and they're just little capsules. And I take them every single day without fail, no matter how tired I am or exhausted I am, because gosh, the real workout is being a mom, to be honest, right? I can go personal train all day long, but like the real workout is with a 1 and a 2-year-old at home. But I just love that, you know, it has a nutrition fact label on it. Okay, can everybody see that? Nutrition fact means that it's actually food. And I really like that you can pronounce every single thing in it. So I failed to look at this label, obviously, when I first started these products. So that's my bad. But I just absolutely love the capsules. I love the fruit snacks. I potty trained my 2-year-old at 18 months with the Juice Plus fruit snacks. And they're just a chewable form of these. And I always make the joke of like, what do moms eat if they do not have our complete? So this is a really quick, healthy meal. I mean, as a personal trainer, you can really imagine that people always say, oh, I take a shake already. I'm really happy with it. And they always ask me to compare that shake to whatever it is I'm taking. And two things that I hold this up to. Okay. First thing, does it have a nutrition label? Like we had said, nutrition label means it's actually food. Okay. And secondly, can you pronounce what's on the ingredient label? And even in our shakes, I mean, we're looking at pumpkin, pomegranate, spirulina, yucca, mushroom, artemis, quinoa, broccoli. I mean, I could go on and on, but my 2-year-old loves this. I don't know, like, I'm not going to get my 2-year-old to eat a radish any other way. But this tastes like chocolate milk. So it is absolutely awesome for anybody. It doesn't matter the demographic. I know this call is specifically for moms, but in effort to appease the moms on here, my 2-year-old asks for her, before she even comes downstairs in the morning, she asks for her cocoa, which is the Juice Plus Complete, and she asks for her Juice Plus, which are her gummies, every single morning. So she's starting off her day with 30 fruits and vegetables in her body every single day. So easy for mom and easy for kiddos. But from a personal trainer standpoint, there's a program that I absolutely love. It's called the Shred 10, and it's taking 2 of these shakes every single day. We also have a vanilla version, but I am out of town, so this is what I got. I love the chocolate, so I bring the chocolate wherever I go. And the capsules are just super easy. So whether you're on vacation or anything, you can do this program. That's why I have my products with me. You do 2 shakes every single day in place of 2 meals. So while I'm on vacation, I'm camping, I don't have to worry about 2 meals on my day. Yes, right? So you only have to worry about 1 meal. And then you take the capsules every day. And there are a few guidelines we try to abide by. And it's gluten and dairy free. We try and exercise most days. Yes, I love that as a personal trainer. Just move your body, okay? And that can count as a dog walk or a full-blown hour workout in the gym. We just want you to move. We also want you to eliminate processed sugars and processed foods. Really, if it comes from a bag, I tell my clients to not eat it. Eat real food, just like I was suggesting before I found Juice Plus. And what else am I missing? Oh, 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. And that's the one that I say I'm really, really, really bad at because of my kids. So we try to abide by these rules as closely as possible. But the coolest part is even if you fail at all the rules and you just take Juice Plus in your body, you're putting 40 plants in your body every single day, which is going to help detoxify your body. This is important because our toxins are stored in our fat cells. And so if we can get rid of our toxins, our fat cells shrink. So love, love, love that shred program. And, you know, we're a part of what's called the Healthy Living Revolution, where we're really trying to create a lifestyle change, one simple change at a time every single day. So, you know, if the shred 10 sounds like too much for you, start with the capsules. Take them every single day when you brush your teeth. It's super, super easy. So we're going to get some more details on these programs, but I wanted to introduce Chantelle because she just has an amazing contribution to add to this call. So take it away, Chantelle.
Thanks, Lindsay. So hi. I'm a mom to a spunky little 4.5-year-old. Whoops. I'm also a preschool teacher, so I crave lots of energy. I also suffer from hypothyroidism, which is, I don't know if anyone else suffers from it, but it's been a real struggle for me. So I was introduced to Juice Plus about 3 weeks ago, and I've had amazing results so far. I've lost about 8 pounds and an overall 10 inches. I have noticed that my sleeping is so much better. I'm actually like sleeping through the night versus waking up and not feeling rested. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up before my alarm, which never used to happen. I don't dread the alarm going off because I'm able to just shut my phone off before I even wake up, which is, for someone that struggles with hypothyroidism, that's a huge thing. So that's been huge for me. I haven't had to consume my crazy amounts of coffee every day because I'm not feeling sluggish and tired all day. I've also noticed, this is like crazy, my skin feels so much smoother after taking, my daughter calls them our magic beans. So we take our magic beans in the morning, and like all of my like mommy stretch marks are like fading away, which for me is really, really huge. Juliet started her Juice Plus gummies this week, and so we don't have like too many crazy results from her yet, but we have noticed that she's sleeping a little bit longer in the morning and she's not as grumpy in the evenings. So that's awesome. And I love giving Juliet the Juice Plus gummies because it gives me a peace of mind that I'm giving her all the nutrition that she needs every single day. And being a busy working mom, that's like one huge struggle that I had before, was like, am I giving her enough fruits? Am I giving her enough vegetables? So I feel much better about her nutrition now. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to be on this Juice Plus journey, and I can't wait to see where it goes. So now I'll turn it over to Blair.
Thank you. So hi everyone, my name is Blair, and I really believe I was put on this earth to bring life, and not just in the sense of being a mom and having babies, but bringing life to people around me. And growing up, I always knew that I wanted to be a mom someday, but as I entered adulthood, I really considered it more if I was going to get to be a mom someday. I just experienced so many family members and close friends who were struggling to conceive and carry to term. It really hit me one night before my brother's wedding rehearsal dinner. A close family friend of ours asked me to go into the bathroom with her so I could give her one of her fertility shots. And I just knew in that moment that deep down that wasn't how it was supposed to be. I knew that wasn't God's original plan. So fast forward a few years, about 2 years ago, my husband and I decided to abandon our birth control methods. And I was really surprised to learn that after 2 months, we had actually conceived our first child. And all of that anxiety I had felt leading up to that moment, not knowing if we would be able to conceive, was gone, which was great. But then it was replaced by a new anxiety when I started thinking about the millions and millions of cells that had to duplicate for this baby to develop properly. So, you know, that's a time for most women when their popping prenatal supplements like candy. But like Lindsay, I actually decided to use the nutrition in these plants as my sole prenatal. And I'm really happy to report that 11 months ago, I gave birth to a 10.5-pound baby girl. I don't know if that's the best Juice Plus. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, I don't think everyone wants to have a 10.5-pound baby girl, but from the very beginning, our midwife and our doctors have just been blown away with how healthy and robust she is. She had one stomach virus last winter, but hasn't had a single cold or been sick, and that's just been a huge blessing for us. And the icing on the cake is really that during my pregnancy, I didn't have a lot of those symptoms that are considered normal these days. You know, I didn't suffer from swollen ankles, unhealthy weight gain, constipation, and I was very pregnant in the heat of summer right now. I mean, I gave birth last August, so that was pretty amazing. And despite the fact that I was carrying, you know, a 10-pound plus baby, I didn't have any lower back pain. And I actually had back surgery when I was 18. So that was really amazing to me. And I didn't have any tearing. So my skin and, you know, everything just stretched out really, really good. So that was just an amazing experience. And on top of all of that, my body really bounced back quickly after the pregnancy. It just showed me how healthy I was. I had been eating Juice Plus for about a year before we conceived. So at that point, it was about 2 years of putting those plants into my body. And, you know, it's not about looking good and losing the baby weight, but the reality is that when our body is functioning well, and like Lindsay said, getting rid of those toxins, it shows up on the outside, and it really did for me. You know, I was thriving while I was pregnant, and I'm thriving today. So I'm just really passionate about sharing my experience with other moms and moms to be out there, because I envision a world where we get to rewrite our pregnancy stories. So thank you for letting me share mine with you tonight. I'm going to pass things on to Ericka for her story.
Thank you for that. And I am just really honored to be a part of such an amazing movement. Moms on a Mission. I am a mom on a mission, and I'm grateful to be here and share a little bit of my business story. I am a mom to 3 beautiful children. I'm also a wife to a 3rd shift law enforcement officer, and I'm a business owner. We stay busy in this household, but we love it, right? And so 5.5 years ago is when my Juice Plus journey started. I had a girlfriend introduce me to the product. It made sense. We said yes. Fast forward 2 years ago, I wanted to add the Tower Gardens to our home, and she cut the cord. She said, I'm not selling you any more products, Ericka. You're telling all your family and friends about Juice Plus. You've had all these great things happen in your house. It's time for you to join this mission with me. And so I said yes. 2 years ago, I said yes. So what started off as, let's just, you know, pay for our product, you know, that would essentially make this great thing that we're, you know, consuming every day free. And I was able to quickly bypass that and saw a vision for, you know, what would $300 do for my family? Well, it would pay for my product, but it would also add a little to the slush fund. So maybe a couple more trips to the ice cream shop, maybe a new pair of shoes, you know, the things, you know, new pair of shoes for my kids. That's what I mean. You know how moms think. So I quickly got to that $300 mark, and my vision grew. And I thought, you know what? I bet you I could bring $500 extra outside of what I'm doing by sharing Juice Plus and growing my team a little bit bigger. And you know what? It never felt, no part of that process felt icky to me. I just saw this opportunity to share what Juice Plus had done for me with so many others, and then finding other people like-minded like me that had a passion burning, that cared about people and wanted to join the mission with me. So I quickly was able to grow that paycheck to the $500 mark, which happened to coincide with when our first child was ready for preschool this past fall. And we had really been passionate about choosing a Christian school in our town, a private school that was going to cost us some money. And that $500 every month offered us that opportunity that we wouldn't have had outside of that. So now I'm kind of on track. I have paused, grown a bigger vision. I'm seeing more families, you know, on a better track for their health, with better choices really for lifestyle. But I'm also seeing 3 children who will need to be, you know, who will be in a private school education, and I want to be able to provide that extra income to cover that. So I am just realizing that the sky is the limit, thinking bigger than that. You know, if I could bring my husband home and we could parent together, we could do business together. I'm just realizing, I mean, the opportunities are endless. So that's my story, guys. And I'm just like, I'm not at the end. I'm not at the beginning. I just encourage you guys to find where you're at and unlock the key to your future. So I'm gonna pass it off to Miss Jessica, and she will share a little bit of her story.
All right, thank you. I'm struggling to get over the 10.5-pound baby. Holy cow, that's amazing. So I am Jessica Beal, and I am a mom to 4 awesome kids. They are 17. I have a girl and then 3 boys. My sons are almost 15, almost 12, and 10 going on 11. And Juice Plus came into our life about maybe 5 months ago. And just like Lindsay, I have been in the fitness industry, done personal training and classes and everything under the sun, really, for the last almost 15 years, since my son was 6 months old. I wanted to stay home at that time and be a mom, and I went into what I love, which was taking class. So I went into teaching, and it all went from there. So just like Lindsay said, I have been approached. I made it a career. I made training a career about 7 years ago because I had to, because of going through a divorce. So I am a single mom to 4 kids, and I have been doing that for the last 7 years. And so because of that, I have had my hand in 18 million different things, and it feels like all at one time, right? Just to keep everything afloat and literally keep the roof over everyone's head. And with Juice Plus as a product, I really was just upset that no one shared it with me sooner, especially my sister, who is had her kids on Juice Plus for like 14 years. She didn't tell me about it. I had heard about it, but I didn't know a lot about it. And somehow I ended up learning a little bit more through Reagan's family. And once that happened, I was a little hesitant to take a look because I was pretty burnt out on a lot of products that are out there. And because of that, I really believe in whole food nutrition. And it's tough to eat whole foods all of the time. We are busy people, obviously. And so it's really nice to have a shake to have access to when you are busy and you're still trying to take care of yourself and make your health a priority. But if that shake is full of crap, excuse my language, but you don't feel good about it. And so as a trainer, I got really discouraged, not just with the other products that I have dabbled in, but I also got very discouraged in the way that a lot of the various things operated. And I, started to look at Juice Plus, the people involved, and I was very impressed with the level of professionalism and realness and authenticity that, and once I, saw that it was a whole food product, whole food based product, I looked further, and then once I saw the price, I was like, are you kidding me? This is like, it's a blessing in my world, because I was one of those kids that grew up watching some of my family. We would go to Amway meetings, right, and conferences when I was like 17, 18 and going forward. And so I've seen a lot of businesses and how they operate. And I've always had the dream to be able to have that myself, because I am tired of having my hand in 85 different things and watching all of my friends and family vacation and travel, and we're over here working our fingers to the bone just to keep food on the table. So I've never let go of that dream, and I don't think it's not possible to attain. But the deciding factor for me is it's not possible to attain it if I don't really truly believe in the product. I can't sell something that I don't believe in. So I'm sorry. I hope you're hearing me because it just bounced. I'm not seeing myself. I'm just talking to. Okay, now I see you, Toni. I'm like, hopefully somebody's hearing me. So with that said, 5 months ago, I took it on and I decided to do an online challenge group and use Juice Plus as the driving force behind that. And the income that was able to provide to us within those first 2 months was huge. I was able to keep my lights on. And then the income that it provided the second couple of months, I was able to catch back up on my car payment. So all of that is great, right, for the interim, but for me, the ultimate goal is to really live life and live it to its fullest, be able to travel. I want a vacation. I want to do the things that people do around me, just like I'm sure we all feel. And I want the freedom. I want to work from home. I want to know that I'm still pulling income in when, I am on the beach or wherever hanging out with my children. I want that life. I'm after it. And I think it's possible. And like I said, I really only think it's truly possible if you really believe in what you're offering to people. And so with that said, it's been an exciting 4 or 5 months. I'm going to turn it over to Toni, who really is very inspirational. I've only gotten to talk to her a few times, but I love the dedication because, like I said, this is a classy organization. And when people are still so passionate about what they do, 14, 15 years later, that says a lot to me. So I'm going to pass it to you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Whedon. Hello, everyone. It's really my honor to be here with you tonight and share my story with you. I first heard about Juice Plus about 17 years ago. And like Reagan, I was extremely skeptical. It took us about a year to get on the product. And when we did, I was kicking myself a little bit because even though I felt I was feeding my family pretty healthy, I knew we weren't perfect. We still had some gaps, and Juice Plus was the perfect way to fill those gaps. And I knew there was really no downside to adding more nutrition, fruits and vegetables to our diet. So when we started eating Juice Plus, I was actually nursing my second child, and I noticed I had more energy, which I was absolutely ecstatic about. But I think the bigger gift that Juice Plus has given me as a mom is really peace of mind. My kids are older now. I've got a 20, 18, and a 15-year-old, 3 girls. And just to know all these years, for the last 16 and something years, they have started every single day with such a foundation of nutrition. And as they got older, it really gave me peace of mind because I didn't have control over what went into their mouth anymore. Really, if you guys have teenagers, you know what I'm talking about. So it was huge to know that every single day they got that broccoli, kale, spinach, parsley, the whole rainbow of fruits and vegetables. As far as the business goes, I was also very skeptical there, but I decided to sign up as a rep at the same time that we added Juice Plus to our diet because I figured I wanted the people I loved to take it as well. I had absolutely no intention of building a business. At that time, my husband had a really stressful corporate job in the financial industry. He traveled about 60 to 80% of the time. So I felt like a single mom a lot. And honestly, I did not want to take anything else on. But what happened was I completely fell in love with this business model. I loved the freedom and the flexibility of it. I loved that I was helping people with their health, making a difference in people's lives. I love the fact that I could share Juice Plus when I was out living my life, when I was at the park with my kids, or at my mom's group, at MOPS. I have a huge team that came out of my MOPS group. When I was having lunch with a friend or working out at the gym, it just was so natural for me to share it as I was out living my life. And I loved that. And I also will say I liked having something of my own again because I had stopped working. And so now I had a little income coming in, which I was excited about. And I had my own thing. I love that my family could absolutely be my priority. I could design my schedule around my kids and my family life, but that I also had my own little business. And I can honestly say to you that I believe this business has made me a better mom. I've through this business, I've modeled for my kids how to set goals and work hard to achieve them, how to dream and go after your dreams. And so I feel like it's been a gift to have this business in our life, both from the education standpoint on the product side. My kids have grown up hearing this message of health and nutrition their whole entire lives, and that's priceless. But then on the business side as well, to learn about entrepreneurship and pursuing your dreams. It's just been really, I'm so grateful for this company, this community, and this business. I will say it wasn't always easy. It's a simple business, absolutely, but it's not an easy business. There were years I went on to have my third child when I was growing the business, and I definitely had to find those stolen moments. I had to be intentional about finding those stolen moments to work my business, because I knew in the long run what it was going to give our family. And so instead of using them as an excuse, I absolutely used my kids as my reason why. And I incorporated them into my work life. I told my kids when I was going for NMD, I said, hey, listen, this is my goal. This is what I need to do. And if you can all get on board and help mommy out, we're all going to go on a trip to Mexico after. And we did, and it was amazing. It took me 5 years to get to NMD, and I honestly wouldn't change anything about that journey. That was perfect for me. I had my third daughter during that time period. I worked part-time. But at that point, my husband was able to leave his corporate job. And so for the last almost 12 years now, Juice Plus has been our family's only source of income. We work this business together. And I do have to pinch myself some days. I'm so grateful that we have truly been able to design our lives around our family and our priorities and fit this business in. And because of this business, we've been able to take our kids travel all around the world, Australia, at different places, have amazing experiences, be present in their lives, be present for their activities. And for that, I will be eternally grateful. I do want to share, when I first started, I had a lot of my friends ask me, as far as the business model, oh, is this one of those? And, one of those pyramid things. And I will say, I had no background in any kind of home-based business. I had been in corporate America, but I knew nothing about direct sales, home-based business. And so the more I started to think about it, I was like, my old job was more like that. Was more like a pyramid. And if you think about the corporate structure in general, I mean, so many businesses. Let's take a grocery store, for example, our local King Supers. Here at the bottom, you've got most of the people. You have the checkers, the baggers, all of that. If you're, work hard, maybe you'll become a department manager. And if you work really hard, maybe you'll get to manage the store. And then if you're moving up the ladder, you could become a regional manager. And if you work really hard and put in a lot of hours, maybe you'll get a corporate position and be an executive at the corporate. But at the end of the day, oh, my left hand, there's only one spot at the top for the CEO, for the leader of the organization. And when I look at our business, and you have to be willing to work really hard and maybe kind of have some politics go on and stepping over people, and maybe somebody has to even die for you to get to the top. But there's only one spot up there. In our business, I see it more like this box. Everybody comes in at the same place. It doesn't matter your background, your education, your color, your gender, your race. It's everybody pays $50 to start their franchise. And from there are some different levels in our marketing plan that you move up, but you can't move up this marketing plan unless you're helping other people, which I think is so cool. And at the top, there's room for everyone. This is the National Marketing Director position, which is a full benefit position. And I didn't close the box because everyone can attain that position if they want to. So I'm extraordinarily grateful to be able to share with you all tonight and to turn it back over to my dear friend, Reagan Dean.
Okay, well, I'm not as good of an artist as you, Toni. I did this earlier today and I totally was messy. So I told you guys that I would share a little bit more. And, one of the things I love about hearing from these moms is everything from making that car payment to sharing during my life. And certainly that's kind of what happened for me. Like I said, I wasn't looking for another opportunity, but, here's the thing. Our kids are growing up in the most toxic food environment in the history of mankind. And like I said, I believe, we moms, it's up to us to make a change with that. And everybody needs more fruits and vegetables. Our kids are not eating the healthy foods that maybe we even ate when we were kids, and it's getting worse and worse. So I think moms share great resources. And so that's kind of what happened for me, was that, I skeptically signed up and had these great results with my family. But then I thought, gosh, you know what? Some of these other moms are going to want to hear about that. And they just started naturally asking me about it. So next thing you know, I talked to my friend Ellen, and she put it, into her kids and had great results as well. And then she and I partnered with a whole bunch of moms from school. And next thing you know, they're telling everybody, and we've got this going on everywhere. I talked to my friend Joan, who lived up in Steamboat, and she shared it with a whole bunch of other people who ended up sharing it with my friend Mel, who's in Boulder, who has created this huge network of moms in Boulder that are all just, doing hiking and biking and all these things together, running clubs that they're inspiring healthy living, and even with their kids. I shared it with my friend Leslie, who's up in Minnesota, and she had a little skin cancer scare, but she shared it with her family, and she shared it with a whole bunch of other families, and this just kind of kept going on and on. Anyway, I shared it with my friend Sue and my friend Jennifer, and I can keep writing names all over the place, but they're all just naturally started sharing it as well. So one of the objections some people say is, oh, I don't know enough people. Guess what? You don't need to know a lot of people. You just need to inspire some of your girlfriends that have families, or even just themselves, to have a great resource, right? This is about inspiring healthy living around the world. And then because they have great results and they know other moms, it just starts to go crazy. And guess what? You get paid on all of it. And that's what's really great. And like Toni said, at our national marketing director position, we've got a full benefits package, and that is health and life and dental and disability, long-term care, vision, orthodontics for the kids. And they even give us money for our kids to go to college, which I did not appreciate until my kids got into college age. And my daughter, and that reminds me, I need to do my tuition reimbursement. I should make myself a note. They give us money every 6 months to reimburse us for some of our kids' tuition. And what other company does that? And even if I wanted to go to school, go back to full-time undergrad, they would also do that for me or my husband or whatever. So anyway, I helped so many people that I got to national marketing director in just a little over 2 years from the time I started doing anything, and was able to create a 6-figure income. And remember, I told you that I wasn't really looking for something else to do. I did this like Toni did through living my life, and then I got pretty concentrated on who I could help. And so what's great about that is the more that you make, it's a big measuring stick of how many people you helped. And I'm really passionate about inspiring healthy living around the world and helping people have these resources, because you know what? I believe good health does not have to be complicated. And I believe that people should have a choice on whether they are able to, go back to work if they want to, or stay home with their kids. And so, again, I was going to share it for free anyway. I might have as well have went ahead and exchanged $50 for a 6-figure income. That's basically what happened. And then we created that for my husband's a national marketing director as well. So, at a minimum, I hope that you will explore this a little bit, look into the products for your own family. They are priceless. That, they totally changed not just the way my kids were feeling, but the way we eat. We were just in Steamboat this last weekend, and my 24-year-old son stole my complete shake to take back to Boulder. So, they love it. And my kids will drive home to get Juice Plus. I'm so glad to know that, I'm not having to drive up to Boulder every day and feed them their fruits and vegetables, because that's what I think I would have felt like I had to do as a mom, because you never trust them, So to know that they were flooding their bodies with those fruits and vegetables all through college and all of that. And even now my kids get it, and that is priceless. And I can't even imagine how much healthier my grandchildren will be, because my kids grew up with healthy cells because they were getting those great nutrients in every single day. So anyway, I hope that this has inspired you. I hope that you will get with the person who invited you, explore a little bit, And, you know, the products are for sure for you, but gosh, you know what? We hope that you'll inspire some other people too, and just share the information. Let people decide for themselves, but be a resource. Be a great mom. And thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And we'll see you guys later.